Little TDI action. It's having trouble with cylinder 2. This injector wasn't coming out. It was like seized in there. So gotta use a sliding tool. We didn't have the proper tool, but we made something up, and then we was able to get it out. Not me, but another tech helped me out. But yeah, basically what we're doing is replacing this valve cover. It's leaking. But yeah, it got a bad leak going on, as y'all can see. So we're starting with the valve cover. We're replacing the whole valve cover and with the gasket. It's my first time ever doing one of these. Next time what I should have did was recommend the oil change with it. That's what you should do if you. I might still try, but I probably should have did that before. But next time in the future, I will. As y'all can see, I got the valve cover off. It's been a while since I worked on these TDIs. The most I ever did was replace the intake manifold, and now I'm doing this valve cover right here. So I'm gonna show y'all the new one, but yeah, I did mine a little different. Some people, apparently you're supposed to move the glow plugs on this, which is right here. These are the glow plugs right here. You gotta remove those, but I did mine a little different. Only because these like to break when you remove them. And I already had the car cold, and this car was sitting outside, so I had a few connectors break on me. So yeah, I just left those alone because sometimes they could be a little difficult. And I was already dealing with cylinder number 2. That thing was like seized in there, but we was able to get it out. I'm gonna clean this up, get all that oil off of it. So this is the complete kit for the new valve cover. Comes with the gasket and new bolts. So only thing I'm gonna have to transfer over is this part right here, and it should be good. I think I gotta transfer over this too. I might actually no. I was gonna transfer over this oil cap, but I'm gonna just keep it for the future. Alright, I'm gonna show y'all a little before and after, before I clean the surface. So that's after. Also spray down here a little bit. Still oily. I'm gonna have to get it from underneath, but it'll do for now. But yeah, I almost fucking put the valve cover on. I was like, it was pretty much on there. I was like, damn, I gotta get a quick video so I can show y'all. But yeah, put it on, and then I'm gonna torque it down for y'all. Got the new one on there, torque down to 9 Newton meters, and you want to tighten it. This is gonna be first bolt you tighten. There's a bolt back here that you tighten next, and then you go to your third one right here, and the fourth one over there, right in that corner, fifth, and then 6 right over there. So yeah, torque it down in that sequence. Make sure you didn't catch any lines back there, hoses. And you should be good. Make sure y'all wipe down your injectors. Clean off that old residue and put them back in. I believe you're supposed to change these O-rings, but we're not gonna do that on this. But yeah, it's a good idea too. So get everything started first. You know, get the fuel lines all lined up with the injectors, and then make sure this line right here. Make sure leave the fuel rail loose. That way you can have some wiggle room. But yeah, make sure everything is lined up, and then throw the bolts in to actually hold the fuel rail down. Yeah, you want to make sure everything gets started up fine. That way, before you bolt anything down, you want to make sure everything goes in fine. And then you want to get the bolts now. See, this one's giving me a problem. And I tested it before I put it on too. There we go. I don't really get a lot of TDIs. I'm not a fan of diesel, but you know, I do like working on them. I do kind of like learning them for Volkswagen only. Because you know, if it's like a diesel truck, I ain't fucking with it. But for Volkswagen, yeah, I don't mind learning a little bit about these engines. I don't mind working on them. It's something different, so I know I can learn something from it. But yeah, I worked on a few of these. Did a timing belt on it. I needed help on that one. That was a little struggle. But I think next time I'll be able to do it by myself. I'll tell y'all a little funny story. When I first started working at Volkswagen, I had a TDI and I tried to sell fucking spark plugs on a TDI. Like, bro, TDI, diesels only got fucking spark plugs, bro. They glow plugs. But, yeah, I tried to sell it. So, yeah, I guess that's a funny story I can tell y'all. But, yeah, we got the 2 bolts in for the fuel. I'm going to torque those down off camera. Well, maybe I will. I got to get the torque specs. But, from here, just tighten out everything. Plug in connectors, put the rest of the bolts in to hold down most of these fuel rail lines, and guess we can start it up. I sent it through for an oil change, so hopefully we can get that approved. I know I should have recommended that at the beginning, but it is what it is. If they don't want to do it, that's on them. So, yeah, just about there though. Alright, so to the torque specs for the two bolts on the fuel rail, that's gonna be 22, and then I guess we'll call it a metal bracket for this one right here. The two bolts that hold the injectors in, all the injectors, those are gonna be torqued down to, I think it said 8 millimeters or maybe 11. Let me confirm that. Yeah, so 8 millimeters to for the injectors. Torque that bracket down. So y'all peeped that, right? I torqued them shits down. I did it twice. I know I ain't tripping. Yeah, make sure y'all replace those two bolts that I just torqued down. Unfortunately, this car did come back Monday. I started the job on a Thursday, finished it on a Friday. Yeah, it came back misfiring. So replace those bolts if you want to avoid that. I recommend replacing those bolts and the fuel rail as well. I'm not sure how. It's kind of my fault too because I should have known that. I should have replaced those bolts. They're torque to yield bolts, stretch bolts. So, they're only meant for one-time use. So it is kind of my fault. I think the reason being it got loose is because of the high compression of these TDI engines. It just loosened it up. So if you want to avoid this problem, if you're doing this yourself, just replace them. And like I said, I should have known, so that was my part. But as y'all can see, I do get comebacks from time to time. I ain't perfect. It's part of the nature, so it's gonna happen. But yeah, just learn from your mistakes or whatever. And I was actually gonna record when the car came back because the shit was knocking. I was actually thinking about recording it, and I was just like, nah, let me just fix this car, get this shit out of my bay. But like I said, it's part of the game. It's gonna happen, and this is the only way that's gonna make you a better tech. Don't get discouraged. You feel me? Just keep torquing down shit and keep going. Torquing on the fuel rail down to 22 Newton meters. Just keep torquing down shit, you feel me? My phone's running low, so I'm gonna save space. I gotta save some space, so yeah, I'm gonna tighten everything down, and then I'll show y'all the finished service, I guess y'all could say. Alright, everything's back together. As y'all can see, everything's tightened down. Next thing I gotta do is start the car, check for leaks, make sure there's no leak, no fuel leaks, and make sure there's no oil leak going on back here. And then I'll continue to clean off the rest of the leftover oil residue. Doing the fill and bleed process for the fuel system. So you gotta activate the fuel pump because it's a mechanical system, and then And then after that, you just put it on the scan tool, and you perform the bleed and fill system process. I was told I'm probably gonna have to do this at least 3 times with the master tech, he told me. So we'll see how it reacts. Got the car running. Make sure y'all activate the fuel pump to get the car to start. And that's how you bleed the fuel system. So what you gotta do is go to engine electronics, guided functions, and activate fuel pump. And then that will bleed the fuel system. And then you're able to start the car up. Right now I'm test driving it. Check for leaks. I didn't see any leaks. So right now, after this road test, I'm gonna check for leaks again, let the car idle, and just make sure there's no fuel leaking, no oil leaking, and then we're gonna ship the car. Check the fuel lines, check the injectors, make sure there's no leaks. Honestly, the leaks going on. So the car is gonna get shipped. Joe Fine did a good job on the road test. I'll be looking forward to doing one of these again.